night. Alright, so we're going to be doing the watermelon wreath kit because I thought of this afternoon and I thought I have to do this because I just had this idea of what I wanted this to look like, and I thought I want to show y'all because it's going to be fun. I think everything's fun, but I do think this will be fun. So I'm just going to start by kind of putting the top inside like this. Alright, so this is the thicker ties. And what we're going to do is we're going to put, I cut these at 10 inches. So the green, I cut at 10 inches. I mean 30 inches, and I cut 10 of them. The red with the green and white, I cut at 30 inches as well, but I cut 8 of them. So there are 10 ties on the bottom, there are 8 ties on the top. So with that in mind, I cut 10 of this red and then the green and white, because my idea was I kind of want it to look like a watermelon. I did cut curls. I sort of messed up the bottom, so if you decide you want to do it this way, let me just tell you, cut the curls on the bottom at 6 inches, because when you cut it at 8, you're short. Alright, and then I did 8-inch curls for the top. So you would cut 10 of these to go on the bottom, and then 8 of these to go on the top. So these are the 2 watermelon ribbons. That way, you know, you'll get hopefully the same look, and hopefully it's going to come out exactly like I have it in my mind, because I want it to come out the way I have it pictured, and hopefully it will. Alright. But I thought it would be fun and a little different than what we normally do. Alright, so we're going to just open all these. Awesome. Yeah, Mama was a little tired. She didn't sleep very well last night, so she's at home. But she's watching, see? Alright. Here we go. Oh, and I want to tell y'all, we are starting to put out little snippets of things that we are creating for the studio. And I will be creating a separate YouTube channel for the studio because I want to be able to do lots of different types of projects, so more like lots of crafts. So I'll let y'all know when I get this up, but if you follow me on TikTok or if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook Reels, then you'll see some of the projects that we're working on. Alright, so I'm going to take it, I'm going to lay it flat. I want to lay it flat so that the way it wants to curl is actually laying down. I'm going to kind of tuck the edge under so I don't get any frays. And I'm just going to go straight up the center. So pushing straight up the center. If it wants to stick under, I just kind of pull on my table like this, and then it tends to go back out. There we go. And we'll put it down. You did! That's awesome! She made her first bow with the Easy Bow Maker. I love it. So we'll do just like we normally do. We'll do 2. Even though they're the same color. Okay. Alright. So remember, when you're doing, I'll come pull this down a little. When you're doing this part, you're pushing with your thumb and you're creating that ruffle. And I'm so excited. I'm going to be doing all of the recordings for the retreat projects on Friday because I gave all of my people Good Friday off. So it'll be nice and quiet in here. I'm going to come record everything ahead of time. Alright, so I ruffled the 2 together. Remember, all you do is just pull them up and just have them march down together. That just helps keep that ruffle nice and fluffy. Alright, then we'll take our curls. We will be one short on the bottom, and that's okay. Okay. So I'm going to fold my two ribbons together. Just pinch in the middle. Okay. You could even just skip the ribbon on the bottom or just do the green. Okay. We could even do some mini bows on the bottom. I didn't even think about that. Maybe we'll do that. Okay. So these are going to look the same, but maybe we'll do some mini bows with the green on the bottom just to add a little bit more green, because I really want the bottom to look pretty green. Did you give it the business? That's awesome. Do I ever use 1.5 bows? Absolutely. All right, let's do that. But with this, so if we're gonna do mini bows, whew, excuse me, I have to sneeze. I only want to do it every other one. And the reason is because it'll start to interfere if you try to do it in every one. So let's do small ones. 16-inch. So we need 5. Because I really want it to look pretty green on the bottom. You could use the green with the watermelons on it instead of the red. It's really up to you. Or you could do this completely different. But I thought it would be fun. Alright, so we take our 16-inch piece and we just double up about 1 inch. Just press it down, and then there's our little bow. Okay. Tuck that around. For these ties, you can just kind of curl them in. There. Now we'll just keep going. So it's going to be very consistent around the bottom. I think I need to move these because I'm gonna keep moving my ribbons over here. Do I ever make half bows with the Easy Bow Maker? So yeah, absolutely. Do you mean these little ones? If you mean these little ones, I don't. But you know what? You don't have to do what I do. If you need, even if it's just making a simple loop and it helps you to do it on the Easy Bow Maker, by all means, do it. I will show you what you need to do. Okay. So let's get through this one and I'll show you. Because it's definitely easier if you struggle with the bows to do it on a bow maker. For sure. It definitely does. Okay. It wants to stick together. And it does that sometimes. I'm just going to tuck in that last little bit. Because I'm just hiding all those sprays. For the main bow, I almost always use the Easy Bow Maker. Unless I'm using the Bow Dabra, I'm using one of the Easy Bow Makers. I do like the Bow Dabra too. Okay. Yeah, and we will be making our bow with it as well. So you will definitely get to see that. You can already tell you're going to love it. Well, I'm so glad. That's what I want. And it's fun to do things just a little bit different. bow is just a bow without tails. At least that's the way I know the half bow. If it's something else, yeah, that's absolutely a good idea. Someone uses a chip clip. I like those too. Hello. It is a kit. It sure is. Oh, were you planning on doing it like this? Awesome. Alright, so this one, we'll do our little mini bow. Okay. If you were going to do this in a bow maker though, just so y'all can see. So your inch would go right here. You would pull it across, twist, and then your other inch would go here. Then when you take it out, you really kind of want to put that one in the back. Just kind of push it in the back. That little inch. You don't really have to, because when you tie it on, it will hide. It would hide any of those ills anyways. So, it's all good. Yeah. Ribbons can be expensive. Yeah, so when we use pricey ribbon, a lot of times what we'll do is we'll just put, like especially if it's large ribbon, like 4-inch ribbon or something like that, I'll just put one loop in the back just to give it that drama and that, you know, little extra. And then, you know, you can use it over and over. Hi, Charlie and Sophia. Oh, spring break staycation. How fun. Yeah, the kids in our neighborhood are definitely on spring break because they are riding their bikes and hanging out, and it's hot. So, they're outside. Well, I mean, it's hot to me. It's not really that bad. I think it was maybe 82 today. Not as bad as the other day, but still pretty warm. Okay. Definitely not horrible yet, but I can already see it's gonna be a hot summer. Okay. Today at the studio I made a, what I made today was I made a welcome to our hive door hanger. It's so cute. And then I made a popsicle door hanger that says hello summer on it. It's super cute. Super cute. That one was Casey's idea, and it's a good idea. Yeah, hot. It's hot. Yeah, I think it's hot. It doesn't take much to make me hot though. When I went over to the studio today, I walked in and Tori said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." "Why?" And she said, "Are you hot?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm hot." She's like, "Your face is beet red." I was like, "Yeah, I'm not surprised." So what I like to do is take 1, 2, like this, and just push it down. So then I have my overlap. It's really quite easy to make these. There we go. I think shopping is expensive everywhere now. Okay. Yeah, see, we have that like where it's cold in the morning. No, shipping to Laredo is not expensive. Now, shipping to California, that's different. But I will say, if you spend over $100, you get free shipping. So, ooh, yay. Oh, we did put out the peony sign and ribbon set that I told y'all about. So it's out. Hopefully it hasn't already sold out. I don't know. I haven't been online. Hello. I love fall. Spring and fall. But I like spring to be cooler than this. I don't know. I'm starting to think I just like fall. Or maybe fall and even winter. Because at least I'm not hot. It's terrible. Getting older is the pits. As far as that goes. Okay. See how I just kind of spread them out together? And then what that does is, one, it's going to help you cover the base, so you're not going to see the base, and it's going to keep those ruffles up so that they will do a better job. I'm going to be short on the bottom with the curls, and that's okay. If you cut them at 6 inches, you should get just about the right amount. So, and even if we are short, it's not really going to make a big difference. Okay. All I'm really doing is kind of helping to cover any of the frame, and it just kind of furthers the green color. So since I only have one left, I'll skip the curl in this one and put it in the next one. Because we'll have the mini bow in this one. So it'll help cover that. There we go. I think there is a purple. I think we do have a purple that's this same metallic mesh, which is what this is. This is metallic mesh. Has that little metallic stripe. So y'all, we have a new employee. His name's Andrew, and okay, so I'll tell you my my reasoning in not cutting the ties on the bottom. So on the bottom, I don't want to cut the ties because I want it to be really green, and that green helps kind of amplify. I know, I saw that. It kind of helps amplify the green. So on the top, we will cut these ties off. So the way I work it is, if it's going to enhance the wreath, I'll leave them on. If it's not, I'll cut them off. So that's kind of what I do. Oh, y'all are close. That's cool. Yeah, it just like paused for a second. I don't know. There's nothing going on at my end. It must be something going on with YouTube. Okay. So we did the curl in this one. See, what I'm doing on the ones that we're not doing the bow, I'm just taking it and kind of curling it in. So see, it's green, so it's adding to our green that we have going on at the bottom. So I will keep that on there. If I had red ties and I was trying to get the green, I would cut them off. Does that help you? Good. That's good. Yeah, it was like buffering. I know. I don't know what that was all about. Because Facebook looked fine. And it's actually fine here on my end. It's just something weird with YouTube. Who knows? Maybe they switched servers or something. Okay, so on this last one, we have to do both sides. So you see how when you don't do them, so look, when you do those together, you see how it stands up? When you don't, you see how these kind of almost curl in on themselves? Yes, ma'am, I sure will be posting the schedule of the classes, and we'll have slots that you can sign up if you want things that are, you know, outside our normal hours. We'll have like mornings and evenings that you can sign up for. So that's what we're working on now. We're trying to get all of the projects together that we'll offer so we can set up a calendar. Yeah. And in the midst of this, I have a retreat. So that's part of what kind of is, you know, placing it back a little bit. Because we have to get ready for the retreat. And I have a baby shower planned. So it's been, I don't know if y'all know, but one of my employees, Brianna, is pregnant with twins. So I'm trying to plan a baby shower for her. Mom and I love to do stuff like that. All right, so we're gonna work on the top. You know what? This would look really cute for the Grinch too, wouldn't it? With this little bit of red. We might have to do a Grinch one later on, but we aren't gonna call it Grinch. We're gonna call it something else. Okay. Green monster. Alrighty. They don't have Wreath Makers Live this year. This is their off year. So they'll do it next year. I do believe they are going to have it in Dallas again because they kind of have like a contract with that hotel. Yeah, it helps to make sure they have a space. So we're doing the exact same thing on the top. We're just doing the red. See, and it has the green and the white on it. So, to me, if you look at the watermelon, right? Oh, and I don't think I showed y'all the sign. So you have the green on the outside and the red on the inside. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Mini bows are cut at 16 inches. So on the top, you want to make sure that you don't squash the bottom. So what I kind of do is try to keep it contained at the top. Okay. Christmas in July is coming up. Yes, it is. And we have already picked out what we're doing. And it's going to be candy cane themed. Alright, so at the top, we want to do the same thing that we did on the bottom. So get these to ruffle together. Keeps that mesh from kind of falling down and just doing its own thing. We're kind of directing which way we want it to go. It will tend to kind of push on the bottom. You just kind of have to separate them a little bit and it should work fine. Well, of course I dropped something. So at the top, it is determined to come with me. To the Wreath Makers Live. You know, what's great about doing stuff like that is that you get to meet people that you follow and you talk to online and you don't see in person, and you get to meet them in person, that makes it a lot of fun. Alright, so we're going to take our watermelon ribbons with our little curl. I'm going to do this like 3 times, trim off the excess, then I'm just going to tuck it in like that. And then we'll spread out our ribbons, this, and we have our curl kind of going opposite ways. You know, I like to do my 2.5 inch ribbon going in this direction because there's an opening here. And so it just naturally fits there a little better. And these smaller ribbons, they do well kind of over on the top a little. Let me make this just a little bit bigger so I can make sure you can see. So you can see now how the separation of the colors is going to make a dramatic effect. Yeah, the Wreath Makers Live is in Dallas. Are you a summer girl? I would be okay with snow. I'm hot already. I have cousins who live in Ohio. I need to go see them more. I miss seeing snow. We don't really get to see snow. We did get to see it one time, and I was very excited. Okay. Well, see, here in the South, it is already above 80. So my boys have already told me that they are ready for their watermelon. So this is a totally normal thing in the South. Ugh. By April or May, you get sunburned outside. That's just what it is. So if you like summer weather, you need to come south, because we got it. Okay. You see how nice it stands up when you do that little trick? Okay. Oh, cute. That is one good thing about red and green mesh, is that you can use that like half of the year, because you've got summer. There's a lot of summer that does red, like red and black, red and green, and then you have Christmas. There we go. So it's a great thing. Did you buy a watermelon at Sam's and it was awful? That's no good. Okay. Yep, gotta go talk to that grandbaby. Okay. So what do we think? Is it starting to look like a watermelon? See how cute that is? Alrighty. Ew. Mush. That's no good. I think there's a way you can tell if it's good or not, but I can never remember. I know, we can't get a break on the electric bill either. It's terrible. And in my warehouse, we have a bunch of equipment, and it has to stay at a certain temperature. So I swear, I think the air conditioner runs 24/7 in this building. Ugh. There we go. Oh, that's so cute. So can you see why I wanted to use this ribbon on the top? Because both of these ribbons has little seeds, and so it brings that little pop of the black seeds up to the top. Thank you. I have good ideas now and again. I have good ideas all the time, but I can't always, like, I run out of time to do stuff. I'm not the most organized person. I'm a creative, so organization is not one of my strong suits. I need someone to organize me. See how it wants to kind of lay down like that? So if you don't pull them up, then it's going to look flatter. So if you're struggling with your wreath not looking, hey Diane, if you're struggling with it not looking nice and full like this, make sure you're doing that step. Okay. I really like the meshes that have the stuff in the edge, because it really makes the mesh much better quality. Okay. Do I have one more? No, I did it. For a second there, I have one more to do. It would make a good strawberry wreath as well. It sure would. These are great colors for strawberries. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Next month's kit is Ladybug. And then the one after that is it's actually tan and teal. And it's really looks great because there's such a contrast. Because, you know, the tan is kind of muted, but the teal is very vibrant. So it's super pretty. My wire cutters came from Lowe's, but we have these. We actually have them on the way. They should be back in stock hopefully by Monday. And they cut exactly the same. So these I think were what, $45 or $50. These were like $10. So yeah. But my girls were all telling me to stop using the blue ones because we were out and people were getting upset that I didn't have them. But they're coming back. They're coming back in stock. So how many do I have left? 1, 2. I think I cut an extra one somehow. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I'd rather pay $10 than $45. Ooh, chocolate covered strawberries. Yum. Anybody have any exciting Easter plans? I give all my people Friday off because I want them to have time to spend with their families. Some people travel. So, that's good. Good Friday. Okay. I'll go ahead and pull this other side up so I don't have to struggle with it. I sure did buy a pair at the meet and greet. You bought the last little bit we had, but I got a whole bunch coming in, so we should be good. You came right in and said, those are what I want. Because I remember. Ooh, he's going to smoke a brisket. That sounds yummy. We're doing ham and turkey. And both of my brothers are coming. I can't believe it. I can't remember the last time I had both of my brothers here for Easter. It's been forever. And then my sister's coming like the next weekend in the middle of my retreat, which is still good. We haven't seen her in forever either, so we're excited about that. Here we go. Oh, it looks like I gotta cut one more of these. So let's do that real quick. So I just cut these about 8 inches. There we go. They already want to curl, so they get pretty easy. Whoop. Oh, I so do not miss doing taxes. So do not miss doing them. I did my own pretty early because I just wanted to get them out of the way. Oh, I feel for you. I'm sending out good vibes to you because, yeah, no, I don't miss that at all. Not my favorite thing. Oh no. Well, hey, at least they're buying them so that you'll get to constantly change the wreath that's on your door if they're always buying them. Ham dinner. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that's what we're having. Ham and turkey. Unfortunately, Nana's not able to come this year. She's kind of under the weather, so we couldn't go get her. It was very disappointing. All right, so look, we've got the green on the bottom and the red on the top. This is a very cool method that you could also use to almost make things look like a flower as well, because you're having that separation. And then, see our sign? Oh, that's so cute! I love it. All right, let's do our bow. We have one piece of this left. So let's put this, let's cut it in half, and we'll put it on the bottom. So, y'all know why I like to put mesh on underneath my bows. Thank you for stars. That's so nice. Doesn't have to be perfect. And one thing you can do is go ahead and get out your zip tie. Put it under. That way you don't have to try to find the bottom. Yeah, we're out of stock of the bolt cutters, but they're coming in at the end of this week. But yeah, we sell these blue ones and they're awesome. All right, so I used a little extra of this one. So I don't think we'll have enough to do 2 full loops. So we're gonna do 3. We'll do 3. Perfectly fine to mix your bow types together. So we did some of this when we did our bow last night. So we're going to do 6-inch, 6-inch. You could even just do 1 loop, but we're going to do another loop. Okay. Gotta create like the spider on the bottom, and then what we'll do is we'll pull this one kind of up to the top. Okay, because then we're going to come in. Let's put the green in. Okay. Thank you. So this one we'll do. Oh, let's do the spider with this part too. Okay. So kind of like half spider, half regular bow. That'll be fun. Except, whoops, I forgot to pay attention to where I was going. So yeah, if you make a mistake like me, just pick it up, flip it around. With the spider bow, what you have to do is you have to have your tails alternate. So if you started them on this side, you want to start on this side, the next one. Okay. All right, here we go. So we did 3 6-inch with the red. Then we did 3 6-inch with the green and white. The mesh is a 10 by 10 and it was cut 30 inches. All right, here we go. Oh, thank you for stars. Okay. Now we're going to go into a regular bow. All right, so we'll go down just a little bit. I don't want to go down too much. Maybe like a 1/2 inch. What I can do is pull these up and make sure they match. They do. So we'll do 2 loops. So putting that mesh on the bottom, what that does, ooh, lamb with potato, yum. That sounds yummy. Okay. There we go. We'll dovetail this. Just gives it that nice little look. And then we'll finish off with this one. So putting that mesh on the bottom, it just makes your whole bow appear much larger. Awesome. I love making wreaths. It's fun. Okay. Here we go. So you can see how these two, the little green part is opposite. So I want to flip that one. I'm just going to take it at the base and just flip it over because I want that part to look the same. Okay. All right, take our extra ribbon over here. Now, We already have our zip tie down here, so we don't have to try to figure out where the middle is. You just want to get it tight enough to get it out. You don't want to tighten it completely. Reach your hand down there, pull it out. Let's get out. Oh, pipe cleaner. All right, you can see where that indention is, right there in the middle. So just lightly hold one side, pull it around. And I'll start kind of moving the tails a little. Just kind of helps. So I don't have to do as much. All right, here we go. So we push it down, run our pipe cleaner through there, and then we're going to tighten it off really good. I don't care if this is fraying back here because this is not going to be seen. This just helps to push the bow, make it larger, and stand up off of the wreath. So if it's fraying down here, it's not going to matter. You're not going to see it. Okay? All right. Now, remember how we put 2 up at the top. So we want to make sure we keep those at the top. So this makes this bow rounder. So we're going to have 1. So 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top. We gotta get all of our loops straight. Here we go. So the biggest thing with the bow is to make sure you get that fluff. That's why I use the zip ties, because then I can really, really pull on them. And it's not going to hurt the ribbon. It's not going to come out. And I can get it where I want it to go. And I can... Z will be moderating the retreat. Yeah, Zora does all of Facebook for me. So she will be the retreat moderator. Okay. Alright. So we got our bow. How cute is that? I love this. Now you wouldn't think, so this bow looks bigger than just a few ribbons, right? So we didn't use, like when we made our bow last night, we put a lot of ribbon in it. This doesn't have as much ribbon, but it still looks large, and the reason is we have that little piece up here at the top, which makes it look rounder. Then we have this mesh at the bottom, which also makes it look larger. It's an illusion, right? So it's an illusion that helps save you money when you're making a wreath. All right. Just pick a spot, and we'll place it down. So you see how that mesh keeps it from, I can really pull down, and it's still not going to sink down into the wreath because it has that resistance from that mesh. And that's why we like that. Yeah, she can't come. Just bad timing. But hopefully the next one. Thank you. Okay, so all I'm doing is tying it around the frame at the bottom. Then I'll kind of just refluff this a little bit. I might pull it down a little. Okay, we have our little tails here, so we can take, just kind of curl with our thumbs a little. I don't want to do too much. Like that. Here. So I wanted the bow to kind of mimic the way the wreath looks, right? So the wreath is green, a little red and green, with the whole watermelon part on the top. So that's why we did the bow the same way. Okay. So we can put our sign kind of right here in the middle. And then we'll still be able to see some of that. Instead of putting it on the side, I still want to see a pretty good amount of the difference between the two, so I'm going to push this a little bit towards the center. Hey, Ava. Okay. Let's see. There's my hole punch. And I have new wire in my office. I just keep forgetting to bring it out. Oh, thank you. That was so nice. So we cut about a 20-inch piece of wire. I like to use 26 gauge. What happens when you tighten the zip tie? What did I miss? Does it make it hard for you? Okay. I love this side. Isn't it cute? Okay. Alright, so we're going to do a hole on each side with our little hole punch. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, so I like to double my wire up. That just keeps it. Oh, thank you. I love bows. I am a little bit of a bow fanatic, so it works out. It's kind of funny because my sister taught me how to make bows, but now I know how to make more bows than she does. Thank you. All right. So what I'll do, we'll get, oh, and we will sell the weaving needles at the studio. All right. So I'm going to take my weaving needle, right, it's the plastic. Just going to run it through, just like you thread a needle. And the great thing is you can use it and push it right down through the mesh and go right to the frame. And then, if you're looking to buy them online, you can get them from Wreath by Dawn on Etsy. She has them. I showed these to my group a long time ago. Best thing I ever discovered, ever. What is that? Little bitty trick. You can use it with grapevines too, and it just makes your life so much easier. Just so much easier. And they're very inexpensive. So I tied it right here. Okay. This side, I can actually take and just kind of run my hand right underneath and tie it right to the frame. So I have it suspended between the two sides so that it will stay right where it's supposed to be. And this wire, even though it's 26 gauge, it holds it just fine. And I always, always, always suggest you tie it to the frame. You want to tie it to the frame because that's going to be what holds it. Oh, did you? So Angelic says she found the weaving needles at Walmart. Awesome. All right, let's see how she looks. Whoops. I think when my hands get hot sometimes, I mean, that isn't moving at all. So there's our bow. See how cute? And then there's our sign. Then you can see how we have the two distinct layers. That's so cute. I love how that turned out. Then, of course, I always have leftovers. Awesome. Isn't that cute? So see, you can do things with the same supplies, but just by changing the layers, it gives it a completely different look. So if we had done green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, like we do a lot, then it's gonna totally look different than when we do this with the separation. Thank you. Awesome. Well, I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you. So I did change Thursdays to 5 o'clock. 4 o'clock's just too hard for me. And so I will come on at 5 because then I have my group at 7. So, awesome. Thank you. I'm glad y'all like it. All right, well, I hope y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. No idea what we're doing. We may do the Mother's Day. I'm not sure. But we'll figure it out. All right, y'all have a great night.